Hey guys, welcome. I'm glad you're able to join me today because guess what? We are going to my first Lowe's. This is my first big box plant shopping at a Lowe's in New York City. And we're visiting the Lowe's in, I think it's 118 and 2nd Avenue in Brooklyn. And guys, as I walk in, take a look around. They start off right off the bat with aglaonemas and calatheas and ponytail palms, and the prices were so amazing. So I had to share this with you. So come along. Now I already have a fiddle leaf fig, and there are just a few aglaonemas that I really like. For example, I love the aglaonema rotundum, but I'm struggling with the one that I do have. So, these are eye candy. And for those of you who love aglaonemas, I already have a ponytail palm. It's humongous. And if I ever do a house tour, you'll get to see it. And they have the xanthosomas, and they have, what are those things again? I'm drawing a blank. Those are the cane plants, though. They look like dracaenas. Yeah, they're a type of dracaenas. And then this bonsai was just amazing. All these different, how can I draw a blank on dracaenas, guys? Anyway, this bonsai, look at it, $24. For me, the pot and the plant is a great deal. I think all these in these kind of pots in these size are like $24. Don't know if actually I don't think I would pay that. For the bonsai, yes. For the dracaena, no. I'd rather buy the plant and put it in a pot myself. Because look, they have these other ones still in pots, just as big, and I think these are like $20. They have these huge, look at that fern for $12.99. Wow. They have different bacchias. I think those are different bacchias. Yeah, they're definitely different bacchias. And look at the size of those dracaenas, guys. Look how green. Oh my God, my head was spinning once I walked in this store. These calatheas, the color, guys, the color. But I know once I take that home, that color is going to be brown. It's going to be brown. I'm telling you, it's going to be brown. Then they have that, look, you see the alocasia? I think that's a poly back there to the right, to the back. Yeah, and then they have these raphidoras. I think those are the highs, but they have so many of them, guys. So healthy. And the price was amazing. I think these were like $20. You cannot beat that. They have these ferns, which you can find anywhere, and so many pothos as far as I can see. More aglaonemas, and look, they have the amphissimum, guys. They have it. How much? $19. $19. And there's a few plants in that pot, and they do look healthy. I mean, honestly, for me, I'm trying very hard, and my new thing is that I'm going to go to every local store because I like what they're bringing to the table, and their prices are really amazing. So I'm going to be focusing on every local store that I can get my hands on. So if you have a local store and you want me to visit, and we can make a video and we can schedule some interviews, we ready. Let's go. Anyway, they have some moonlight, and I do love those plants, and those are the same price in the same pot. These look like they're struggling a little bit, so they're regular anthuriums that you usually can find everywhere, guys. But then they have these wick and grow containers, and they have like golden pothos in them. So full disclosure, these are like $7 or $5 depending on the size of the pot. They're in a wick and grow, And if you purchase $7.98 for these size, if you purchase one of these and you put them in a pot, which you can get reasonable, you can go to a thrift store, buy a nice pot and put it in there, upsize when it's growing, and you can still get the benefits of buying one of the larger ones, and it's just as beautiful. So think about it when you're purchasing larger plants versus the smaller ones. If you're on a budget, hey, you can also still enjoy your plants without spending an arm and a leg. That's the point I'm trying to get to you. So anyway, more dracaenas. They got crotons. They have all different kind of ferns. They have ivies. They have petunias, pileas. This one in particular had me, I was really thinking about purchasing it because it was just so large. The size of the leaf for that small little plant, and the color, it was just so vibrant. And you know what, I needed a little bit of sunshine that day. So being in this store, and look at that burgundy, I think it's purple or burgundy or whatever, and they had these crotons in all different colors. Kudos to Lowe's. And I know you guys love these big box store videos, even though I've been focusing on the smaller stores. And then they had this pathophyllum, and this was like $7.98, but it was a lot. It was a nice size, guys. So if you're on the market for a smaller size peace lily, then you can go ahead and try this one. It doesn't even have flowers yet, but look how healthy, look how many small little plants are in it. Personally, secret coming, I am not a peace lily fan. I do not have one, and I will not be purchasing one. I do like the sensation. I like the bigger plants, guys, because you know what, once they're bigger, they're already acclimated, and I seem to have a easier time with them, with the exception of Hoyas. Love Hoyas. I don't care if it's 1 leaf or 10 leaf. I'm a Hoya girl all the way through. So now this dracaena was so cute, and I'm checking it out, and it was only $5.98, guys, but look at it. Some people don't like dracaenas, but I love them. I love dracaenas, and I love bromeliads. Give me them anytime. I am on board. And then they had the smaller Dieffenbachias back there. And look at the little waffle plants and the begonia, guys. Look at the begonia. And everything here, I don't think anything in this section is over $7. So that's my point. If you're trying to find something reasonable, then this is it. I'm sorry, this is it. So this one is the button fern, and I think it's $5.98. That's a Costa Farm plant. I gotta say, Costa Farm is actually doing an amazing job in bringing these plants, to our fingertips, because again, I can't help it. I always have to go back and say, boy, when I was paying an arm and a leg for a cutting, which would die. And then this lipstick plant looked so amazing. I had to pull it down and try to see the price, but all the hanging baskets were around the same price. That full hanging basket lipstick plant was $16.98, if you're wondering. And they had so many different plants. They had the strawberry begonias up top. Yeah, ivies. They had, look at that, the waffle plant, the pink one, tradescantias. They had the fuzzy one, and they had, I didn't see any nanooks in this store. And just look at these plants, guys. So look at it. I don't know, crotons are very popular, but again, there's only one that I really like, and it's the one that's like really bright with the round leaves. Yeah, but I haven't seen it in person yet. But when I do, if the price is reasonable, because it's not like back when things were a little more difficult to get. I am sure eventually I will run into it. And I think that's the gold dust croton, something like that. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. And then they had those prior plant, no, maranthas. Yeah, and the strawberry begonias, guys. So many. I was just in heaven. And then I know. Some people don't like bromeliads, but I love them. I don't even love them for the flowers because it's not like you see a lot of flowers or, no, I'm not captivated by the flowers, but I am captivated by the foliage. For instance, look at that vibrancy. Look at it. I love it. Yes, I can say that. Bromeliad fan here. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to stop fanning out and try to find you something else. And they had these hanging baskets. They even had hanging baskets of the different types of pothos. They had golden pothos. And I keep forgetting the name. Those Paulownia repens. They had a whole hanging basket, guys. It was $16. Uh-huh. And then this fern right here just had me staring. And then I had to take it down, even though the price is already up top. I think this was $20. But look at it, guys. Tell me you do not want this. $20.98, guys. Yeah. Look at me. I'm trying to find the name. But just look at it. If in the middle of New York City, you're like in a jungle in the middle of a store. Those IVs are $16.98 in a hanging basket, no less. And then they have those pots, hanging baskets of heartleaf philodendrons and the pink waffle plant and more lipstick plant and more strawberry begonias. Okay, so now we got to go to the clearance section, guys. So these pots of moonlight, Scindapsus tribute moonlight, were $20 and they're on clearance for $10. Yes. Anything over $15 in the clearance section is 50% off. Everything else varies. They had dracaenas, they had those calatheas. I didn't even check out those bottles to see what was in it. They had some episcias. This is most likely going to also be 50% off. So it's probably going to be like 10. Then they had those orchids up top. And then these little, I don't know, what do you call them? Wooden kind of planters. And everything here is 50% off. But I'm a little on the short side. So I'm going to try to get up a little bit and see what you guys can see. They don't look the best. But again, those planters, if you're going to pay, I think these were $29. So you'd pay $15 for that. So it's up to you to decide if paying $15 for that planter, which you may not be able to save the plant, but is the planter by itself worth it? The orchids were mostly like $20. So if you purchase those, you'd probably be paying $10. They didn't look bad. Some had 2 spikes, which were still green. And you know those spikes can rebloom. If you are an orchid person, then this may be something you want to think about. They had some, what are those, bamboos and more bromeliads. And even though I'm a bromeliad girl, how many do I have? I have one. I think I have one. I have one, and that's it. I don't mind looking at them, but I do not have the space, and they get very large. They have the pink waffle plant and the purple one looking very horrific. And again, these are anything less than 15 were on a separate price. I'll try to at least put the clearance picture up. I'll try to put the picture with the clearance prices up for you guys so you can see. And then they had these Anglonemas, which I really thought about getting. And then they had a alocasia poly back there. I'm gonna be very frank, I didn't get those. I did not get those. I was heading to another plant store afterwards and I was not going to be carrying it. But they had me fanning out on these. They got this sago palms, guys. I have a cat, so considering how toxic they said that plant is to pets, I am not risking it. But for you, if you don't have a pet or you have a safe space where you can put that, then go right ahead. That peace lily looks pretty good, actually. Just amazing. You know, if I go down one side, I come up the other so you can see it. And guys, just get a good look at these ferns because you cannot not. And then the ivies were a little. And then this is weird. They didn't have a lot of monsteras. And their newer orchids were on this side. They were $14.99. And they had these huge Dracaena containers. And the cane plants. The yucca plants, I mean. Nice. I mean, if you're really trying to get your space to be a little bit greener and on a budget, then this is it for you. And then they had these bamboos, these lucky bamboos, but you know, these are a type of Dracaenas. Yeah. Funnily enough, I have no luck with those. I haven't had one I've kept alive yet. And then they had these peperomias and some more Rhapidora Hais. And this is a close look, guys. Now again, if you like the content that I am bringing to you, drop a like. If you have something you want to say, go ahead, comment. I enjoy it when you guys talk to me, or let me know that what I'm bringing to you, you actually like it, and I can aim to bring you more of what you like. If there's something that you didn't see that you would have liked to see, if there's something that I could have done a little bit better so you can enjoy the content more, then go ahead and tell me. I am open. Plus, I enjoy doing this. I just walk into the store and I just feel free. And I want you guys to at least experience a little bit of what I experience. Now, what did I get? I was on a budget. So, I got the Scindapsus Tribute. Moonlight, the one in the clearance. So there were regular ones, and there was much difference between the ones that were on the clearance rack versus the ones in the regular rack. And I ended up paying $10 for it. A matter of fact, when I got to the register, it doesn't ring up for clearance. I had to have the employee change it. Even though it's marked appropriately, the register, they have to scan it and change the price for you. So I ended up paying $10 for a full pot of Scindapsus Tribute Moonlight, and in a pot. And I am very happy with my purchase, and I definitely will be visiting this Lowe's again. I'm gonna visit the one in Ridge Hill first because I want to see the difference, guys, because that's actually in a mall, and I don't think they'll have a lot of plants. So I don't know if when I visit, I'll be able to make you guys a full video. Look at it, guys. So the one I got looked like those. They also have the Baltic blue, guys. So if you're looking for the Baltic blue, it's there. You can go pick one up. They have so many Anglonemas, so many different types, so many shapes, so many colors. You cannot go and not find something that you would like to have. And the prices are good. Just in that one walk, how many different plants did we just pass? How many different we passed peace lily, we passed calatheas, we passed bromeliads, and then look up top, they have the ferns, they have the different types of tradescantias, not just one type. They have the strawberry begonias, just a lot, the ivies, the pothos. You know, sometimes you just have to get out there. You never know what you're gonna find. And then they had these larger, I think those are Anglonemas, and then the yucca plants. And look at that one, guys. So amazing. I'm trying to see what's on the other side, but no luck. There were people around and I was trying not to get them in the video. And then this is the section on my way out. They had this other section. They had these little crystal canisters. And then they had a few other things. They had some bonsais, some more dracaenas. And then they had these little rounds. So these rounds are $4. So if you're looking for them, then this is where you'll find them. I think you use those to put under your pots, because sometimes when you water your pots, water your plants, a condensation damages your wall or your shelves or whatever. So that's a layer of protection. And then they had the Venus fly traps. And I did not see a lot in terms of cacti and succulents in this store. Home Depot seems to have a larger variety of those every time I go, without fail. You know, I didn't see any whale fins or anything like that here. So that was interesting. You know. And again, a better look at that little bonsai, if it's something that you think you would like to get. And I'm so glad you guys were able to come and hang out with me for my first experience at Lowe's. And I was able to memorialize it in a video with you guys. And then they had this, what is that? That's a neon pothos. And it was $14, guys, in a hanging planter. And then they had these different ponytail palms, which I didn't see on the other side. And more Anglonemas. And these are like 25 max. I don't know, I can't have seen these Anglonemas, the ones on the bottom, anywhere else so far. Right? Anyway, thanks for hanging with me and see you next time.